Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young spotted on romantic Paris vacation after secret Italian wedding. Fans swoon over honeymoon come to life. Paris, France. Just days after breaking the internet with their secret wedding in Tuscany, newlyweds Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young have surfaced again, this time in the heart of Paris, exuding the glow of love, freedom, and post-wedding bliss. Fans were left stunned when high-quality paparazzi photos revealed the two A-list Korean stars walking hand-in-hand through the cobbled streets of Montmartre. From candlelit dinners by the Seine to barefoot moments in the gardens of Versailles, the couple's vacation reads like a scene lifted directly from a romantic drama. Except this time it's all real. It feels like we're watching a movie we wished into reality. It began with a blurry image posted by a French fan who claimed to have spotted Cha Eun-woo buying roses near the Place de Vosges. Moments later, a clearer photo surfaced. Moon Jae-young, wearing an oversized cream trench coat and beret, leaning on Eun-woo's shoulder as they sipped coffee from paper cups under the grey Parisian sky. Within hours, social media exploded. The hashtag #ChaMoon in Paris soared to global trending status. Fans worldwide were captivated by the visuals. Art gallery strolls, rooftop kisses, whispered conversations in quiet alleyways, and perhaps most iconic, a moment caught by a local artist of the couple slow dancing to a street violinist's rendition of La Vie en Rose. It's like the final episode of the greatest K-drama ever made. Except there are no credits. Just love, a fan tweeted. Luxury without flash. A honeymoon of heart over hype. Sources confirm that Eun-woo and Jae-young are staying at the ultra-exclusive Le Pavillon de la Reine, a historic Parisian mansion tucked away in the Marais district. Known for its privacy and classic 17th-century charm, the five-star hotel boasts suites with antique chandeliers, velvet drapes, and clawfoot tubs overlooking hidden gardens. But insiders say the couple requested the simplest suite. No butler, no press, no over-the-top demands. They wanted to blend in, said a hotel staff member. She asked for hot cocoa with marshmallows, and he asked for a French-English phrasebook. They laughed together the whole time. The pair reportedly turned down VIP shopping appointments at Dior and Louis Vuitton, instead choosing to browse second-hand bookstalls by the Seine, arm in arm, while sipping red wine from a plastic bottle they shared under a bridge at twilight. A midnight bicycle ride that stopped time. In what fans are calling the most cinematic moment of 2025, the couple were spotted riding tandem bikes under the moonlight, past the Louvre, with Moon Jae-young's laughter echoing across the cobblestones. It was magical, said a street vendor who witnessed the moment. He had no security. He was pedaling with one hand and holding her hand with the other. And she had her shoes in the basket. They weren't celebrities. They were just two lovers on vacation. Eyewitnesses claimed Eun-woo stopped the bike in front of the Eiffel Tower around midnight, leaned over, and kissed Jae-young's forehead before wrapping her in his jacket. Someone tried to sneak a video, but a gentle "no photos, please" from Eun-woo was respected by even the nosiest paparazzo. Inside their love bubble. Quiet dinners, loud heartbeats. Though mostly spotted outdoors, the couple were also seen enjoying intimate meals at lesser-known Parisian gems. One such place was Chez Janu, a rustic Provençal restaurant near Place de Vosges, where a waiter spilled the tea, figuratively and literally. They came in late, maybe around 9:30 p.m., ordered one bottle of red wine and shared everything. He fed her from his fork. She wiped something from his cheek. No one else even noticed who they were because they were so immersed in each other. The waiter added. They kept speaking in soft Korean. But when she laughed, it was like the whole room melted. Fans react. This is what we all wanted for them. K-drama Twitter has not calmed down since the wedding announcement. And Paris just added gasoline to the fire. They didn't just give us a love story. They gave us the sequel, the spin-off, and the honeymoon montage. Wrote at K-Drama Addict 101. I saw them in Montmartre today. No cameras. No posing. Just them. He bought her a pain au chocolate and kissed her hand. I've never seen anything more pure, another fan posted. Memes are flooding the internet. Side-by-side photos of Eun-woo's fictional True Beauty character kissing Jae-young's character on a snowy rooftop, next to a real-life photo of them under the Eiffel Tower. How they're navigating the global spotlight. Despite being South Korea's most followed couple overnight, Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young are handling the attention with effortless grace. Neither has issued public interviews since their wedding, and both have refrained from uploading personal photos. However, a private fan account revealed that Eun-woo left a handwritten note inside a used copy of Les Miserables found at Shakespeare and Company. Love doesn't need a script, just the courage to start and the faith to stay. Fans are now rushing to the store hoping to find the copy, or maybe even bump into the couple again. Art, music, and museums, a cultural love affair. Jae-young, a known lover of visual arts, was seen sketching in her travel journal outside the Musée d'Orsay while Eun-woo napped beside her, head on her lap. One museum-goer described the scene. She was sketching him, and when he woke up and saw it, he kissed the page and whispered, "Keep it. It's my favorite portrait." The couple also visited the Rodin Museum, where they reportedly stood in silence in front of the Kiss statue for nearly 10 minutes. A bystander said Eun-woo then turned to Ji-young and whispered something in Korean that made her tear up. A balcony moment straight from a dream. On Wednesday evening, a neighbor staying in a building across from their hotel captured a brief video of the couple on their balcony. Jae-young, in an oversized button-up shirt and slippers, danced barefoot while Eun-woo poured wine and played Je t'aime, moi non plus from a vintage speaker. They weren't performing, said the neighbor. They were just existing, joyfully, as if the world outside didn't exist. What's next for the newlyweds? Industry insiders say both stars are taking time off until late September. Eun-woo reportedly turned down a film role in Los Angeles, stating, "This time belongs to us." There are rumors the couple will head to the south of France next, either Nice or Provence, before quietly returning to Seoul. Though fans are desperate for a post confirming the trip, it's likely the couple will continue to keep their personal moments sacred. Final scene, a Paris kiss in the rain. In perhaps the most talked about moment yet, the couple was caught in a surprise drizzle near the Tuileries garden yesterday afternoon. Instead of rushing for cover, Eun-woo took off his coat and draped it over Ji-young's head, then pulled her in and kissed her, softly, slowly, like every cliché that somehow felt brand new. A passing tourist captured it on camera and uploaded the 5-second clip with the caption, "If you believe in love again, thank Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young." When South Korea's most elusive celebrity couple, Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young, confirmed their secret wedding in the sunlit hills of Tuscany, fans were still reeling from the fairy-tale-like union. But before the dust could even settle, they made another dramatic entrance, this time in Paris, the city of lights and lovers. Only this wasn't just a regular honeymoon. This was cinematic magic come to life, a K-drama dream playing out in real time, with sidewalk kisses, secret scribbles in second-hand books, and violin melodies echoing across the Seine. And for the lucky few Parisians who crossed paths with them, it felt like they had walked into a story scripted by the universe itself. Act I. The first sighting, roses and a whisper. It started with a subtle moment, the kind only the observant would catch. A French florist near Rue de Turin noticed a tall, well-dressed man buying 7 deep red roses just before sunset. He spoke softly in French, very polite. Then he looked at the flowers and whispered, "She deserves more than this, but it's a start," the florist said. That man, of course, was Cha Eun-woo. Moments later, Moon Jae-young emerged from a nearby boutique cafe, wrapped in a beige trench coat. Her beret tilted perfectly as though she'd stepped out of a Monet painting. When Eun-woo handed her the roses, she didn't smile. She looked up at him with glistening eyes, touched the petals, and whispered something back that made him close his eyes and pull her into an embrace. The florist, moved to tears, said, "They weren't rushing. The world was rushing around them, but they were still." Act 2. Coffee, conversations and the Montmartre promise. The couple's next appearance took place in Montmartre, the artsy hilltop neighborhood famous for its bohemian soul. Locals and tourists alike were stunned to see the pair sitting at a corner cafe, their chairs turned toward each other, their heads bent low in deep conversation. Eun-woo was sketching something on a napkin with a hotel pen. A fan seated 2 tables over discreetly observed. They weren't talking like celebrities. They were talking like best friends rediscovering each other. He passed her the sketch, and she covered her mouth in surprise. Then she took out a lipstick and signed it, right across the sketch, before folding it into his jacket pocket. Later, someone claimed to have retrieved the napkin after it blew away onto the cobblestones. The sketch. A quick portrait of Jia Young with a note scribbled in Hangul. Let's grow old with mornings like this. Act 3. The balcony at sunset. It was on the 5th floor of an old Parisian building in Le Marais that the most heart-wrenching scene unfolded, a moment captured not by paparazzi, but by a local painter across the street. He shared what he witnessed with a Parisian radio host. I saw them standing on the balcony at golden hour. She was barefoot, dancing slowly to music only they could hear. He stood behind her, arms around her waist, his chin resting on her shoulder. As the sun dipped behind Notre Dame in the distance, Eun-woo was seen pulling a Polaroid camera from his coat pocket, snapping a photo of Jia Young against the pink-orange sky. He looked at the image, kissed it, and tucked it into his wallet. It was simple, unstaged, real. Act 4. The street violinist and the first dance. The scene that left Paris enchanted took place beneath the Pont d'Arts bridge. A street violinist had just begun playing La Vie en Rose, when a small crowd gathered. Among them, Eun-woo and Ji Young slipped in, unnoticed at first. But then something happened. Eun-woo extended his hand. Ji Young hesitated, her cheeks flushed, her eyes wide, and then she smiled. And right there, in the middle of the street, in front of a stunned crowd of tourists and locals, the newlyweds began to dance. They weren't dancing like actors, said the violinist. They were dancing like no one had ever taught them anything, like their bodies already knew the steps. As the music swelled, Eun-woo lifted her hand and spun her beneath the bridge's old stone arch. It was a moment suspended in time. When the song ended, he dipped her low, her hair cascading, her arms wrapped around his neck, and kissed her. No one clapped. They just stared. Act V. The foggy morning escape. The next morning, before dawn broke across Paris, a hotel concierge was surprised to find Eun-woo at the front desk, dressed in joggers and a hoodie, asking for 2 bicycles. They rode off into the fog. No entourage, no phones. She sat on the back of his bike for a while, then took the lead. The concierge shared. They were later seen riding through the empty streets near the Seine, stopping only to feed pigeons with croissants and watch street cleaners sweep yesterday away. A jogger noticed them on a park bench, her head resting on his shoulder, his hand on her knee. They weren't kissing. They weren't talking. They were just breathing together. Act 6. The quiet dinner, just them and the moon. That night, they returned to Chez Janu, the small Provençal bistro they'd visited the night before. But this time the waiter recognized them. They didn't order anything fancy. Just 1 plate of olives, 1 glass of wine, and lemon tart. They laughed. They leaned across the table. He brushed her hair behind her ear like it was instinct. Before leaving, Eun-woo wrote something on a napkin and left it with the tip. The waiter didn't open it at first, but curiosity won. The note read, "Thank you for letting us be ordinary. Tonight we weren't stars. We were just 2 people in love." Parting image. A kiss in the rain. As the night came to a close and drizzle began to fall over Paris, the couple were seen just outside the Tuileries garden, their steps slowing in the rain. Instead of running for cover, Eun-woo took off his coat and gently placed it over Ji Young's head, shielding her from the drops. Then, with the Eiffel Tower twinkling in the distance and rain glistening on their cheeks, he kissed her. Not for the camera, not for the fans, just because he could. And in that moment, the city of love didn't feel like a backdrop.